beyond attacking people, you know, the way Adwoa Safo is doing, maybe they should sit back and reflect on the kind of campaign that they have always used Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to wage since 2016, and look at how they can rebrand and repackage him. Because trust me, if they are going to move with him as if nothing happened in the past, they will have a shock of their lives, not even outside the NPP, but within the NPP. Look, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was always an outsider. He was brought in by.
Why are we doing this Bawumia review?
It's all about it. This is all about
He started his analysis by saying that.
This is all about it. I mean,
this is all about
Adwoa Safo's outburst. And I'll get to the other things that he said. But her outburst is all about Bawumia. That's why I started by saying that you could not miss her strong love and support for Bawumia.
In fact, she's threatened that she will not campaign for anybody if it's not Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Yeah, so it's all about that. So I'm saying that, look, clearly, if you look at the way things are going, it's going to get nastier, you know, in the NPP, unless, of course, maybe Dr. Bawumia decides not to go again, because the way they used him to campaign will come back to haunt him and his team, and they need to begin to look at how they can address that question. But all I will say to Adwoa Safo personally, because she also took advantage of that to express, you know, personal sentiments, is that vindication is in the womb of time. And maybe he should learn from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, you know, who said posterity was going to judge him. And it has judged him so favorably. Like my brother was saying, out of 270 constituencies, that man that was so discredited, so many lies told about him, won in 217 of them. 217 of them. I mean, unprecedented, never, you know, experienced before. No candidate in a general election has ever won in the number of constituencies that he won. He won more than, you know, the NDC won, you know, parliament, if you are looking at parliamentary seats.
Yeah.
So that vindication perhaps is what Adwoa Safo should pray for, instead of trying to explain herself the way she is going about it now. But you see, generally, when you look at the reactions that have come, then you tend to think that sometimes as politicians, we love our party and we care about its image and its state more than our nation. And I'm reminded by the saying that people no longer defend what is right. They defend what they like. You know, because only a couple of days before now, the NPP complained about, I don't know whether to describe him as a media person, but someone with access to media who was arrested, you know, and they were all over the place claiming gagging, claiming, you know, infringement on free expression. They were all over the place. But I mean, I don't make time to listen to such people. But sometimes you can't avoid the pieces online when you are online. And some of the things attributed to this person are blatant insults. They are not criticisms. I mean, and that's what sometimes I think that we are not able to disintegrate. There can be strong criticisms, like what Adwoa Safo did, because I listened to her, and I did not find one insulting word. But she used very strong language.
Like bogus.
Yes. She was not insulting anyone. She was describing a situation as being bogus. She used very strong language, but not insulting. Are you getting it? To criticize certain people and certain things. But she never insulted any of them. But this other person uses blatant insults. And yet you had the party come to his defense, defending what you like and not what is right. And suggest that asking the person not to engage in the things that he has been engaging in amounts to infringement of his right to freely express himself. And yet, when it's Safo, you issue a statement to say, hey, you are being indisciplined. You are being indisciplined. You see,
and so let's get some of these things.
Can I finish my analysis?
Please.
I'm just speaking generally. Okay. I'm just speaking generally. I'm saying that, look, I do not think that we should be, setting different standards for some of these things. Once Adwoa Safo, in my view, did not engage in anything that can be said to be, insulting, did not defame anyone, was just expressing her strong views and doing so with strong words and with a high tone. What is wrong with that?
We're Ghanaians. If you said this in Britain, nobody will have a problem. But we're Ghanaians. Tell somebody to say a committee is bogus.
The Ghanaian democracy.
People are heads in the party.
The Ghanaian democracy is not supposed to be different from the British democracy.
But there are cultural nuances to it.
Yes, there are cultural nuances. But you see, if you are practicing democracy, even in our traditional setup,
yes.
The King's Palace,
yes.
People still have the opportunity to say things strongly and say it respectfully but strongly.
True.
Yes. So, I do not see why they want to gag her in this case. I think that they must, partly agreeing with council, they must allow her.
Did you hear what she said about the school feeding? And
I'm getting there. I'll come there.
So you can understand why.
No, so that's what I'm saying. But you see,
she's saying a lot.
and that is where, that's why I say that we tend to think or care more about the image of our parties, political parties, than the image and the state of our country.
Right.
Because what is wrong if Adwoa Safo is telling us now that I carried out an investigation into the school feeding program because I was instructed to. And when I was done, I found rot and I presented it to cabinet and did not get support. Shouldn't we all be interested? Is it not our taxpayers' money? Shouldn't we all be interested? Why should she be gagged and dragged before a disciplinary committee for making such a revelation? Shouldn't we all be asking where that report is and if action can still be taken on that report? Is that not how to discourage corruption? Is that not how to hold people responsible and accountable? Is it because, it buttresses the point made earlier about Nana Akufo-Addo's clearing agent status? But if that is the case, are you not looking for why you lost the elections the way you did? And don't you know, or are you not aware that one of the reasons why you lost was because of corruption? And is it not in your interest, if you are cleaning yourself up to repackage yourself, to support revelations such as these ones and get, resolutions to them in a way that you will also be seen to be supporting the corruption fight, so that perhaps people will begin to think that you were all not involved in the corruption? But if you are telling her that she's speaking a lot and she should shut up, then you are telling us that you knew about it all along, you are not sorry about it, you don't want anything done about it, and perhaps you just want an opportunity to do worse if you are elected again into office. So I don't understand the basis of the letter that was issued.
The interesting thing.
Before I lose my train of thought.
Sorry, the school feeding one. You say you don't know the basis for, so then you can continue from there.
Yes.
Apparently she said she's actually saved the report on her hard drive.
Yeah. So it is good.
She said on her hard drive.
It is good. I think that the Attorney General, Honorable Dominic Ayine, my big brother, should ask for the docket.
Yeah.
For the report.
This is serious.
I think it is good, and we should encourage people, like her, to speak out.
What is it because? Is it because it's NPP?
No, even in NDC.
You stand by the same principle?
I will stand by that same principle. I think that anybody who is found culpable of engaging in corruption must be made to carry his own cross. It should not be a party's burden. Because the gains of that the gains and the proceeds of that corrupt exercise, I don't see how it benefits the greater, members of the party. So it must be clear that anyone who is culpable of any corrupt deals should be exposed. And I think the Attorney General
I'll come to you.
If I could finish with
this
this
you don't
one.
know the basis.
Yes, I've heard that. I've heard, the General Secretary of the party,
Justin
Kodia, in interviews, give reasons why the party lost.
Yes.
I've heard John Boydu.
Yes.
On interviews.
Wache Jaku as well.
Wache Jaku.
What's a number of them?
They have, in some cases, even criticized some people.
The former Suhuyini MP.
Held them responsible. I've heard Freddie Blay, the former chairman, in the media, give reasons why the party lost, blame certain people. Why are they not invited and Adwoa Safo is invited to the disciplinary committee? I mean, you are only showing the discrimination that may have perhaps led her to the state that she is in. Because if I'm in her shoes, I will be provoked the more by this discriminatory treatment. How is it the case that John Boydu can go on radio and criticize CEOs, deputy CEOs of the previous administration, fell short of even criticizing party national executives, and gets no invitation? Wache Jaku gets no invitation, gets no letter being issued asking them to shut up. Then she goes on to touch Michael Quay. You are telling her that Michael Quay is untouchable?
In fact, Eugene Boachiinchi, the former Suhuyini MP, he said worse.
Look, many have said worse about finance minister, the former finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta. So Michael Quay is untouchable?
No.
Because she mentioned Michael Quay?
No.
The heavens must come down on her again?
No.
I mean, so I don't see how the approach is going to resolve anything in the NPP. Okay. But for me, the Baumia lovers and supporters,
go back.
Yes, they must get ready.
Okay,
they must get ready.
We also have
this is just the tip of the iceberg. If conversations have already begun in the party to sideline him and to blame him for all the woes. I mean, for the woes of the party in the last elections. Some of us are not surprised.